Guys, make sure to stay until the end. One common mistake, if you make that mistake, guys, we'll talk about what it is. It can actually cost you thousands of dollars in repairs. Stay with us, we'll explain what it is. Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair guys. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. Today will be a super helpful video to any of you having a BMW 5 Series Generation F10 F11 from year 2010 to year 2017. If you guys have one of those, you have a problem where the car does not crank, does not start, we'll explain what can easily cause that, what you need to check. It could be easy fix, we'll explain about that, where you can buy cheap parts, tools, fuses, relays at a good price, quick shipping, that way you do not waste money and time. Why it's always a good idea to test fuses and relays. All that guys will be covered absolutely free for your convenience. Make sure to stay until the end. Before we start, let us tell you a little bit about us guys. Every single car we get here at the garage, we try to make at least 200 to 300 free repair videos guys. We take them completely apart, we show you how to do almost anything. Transmissions, engines, bodywork, codes, fuses. Why we do that? Because our mission in the shop is to save you guys as much money as we can. All we need in return, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, that way we can keep making these free videos. Now guys, we took pictures of every fuse box in that BMW, okay? Every fuse box, so we can clearly guys show you where everything is located, so you can clearly see the fuses, because otherwise they're hidden in places where practically we cannot get the camera. So we're going to show you one by one, okay? We have video about every single fuse, every single relay. So let's say you're in the middle of nowhere, you need to guys, okay, find where the fuel pump fuse is located. All you have to do, watch our video. It will take you probably guys less than 2 minutes, replace that fuse and you're back on the road. Otherwise you'll be stuck in the middle of nowhere guys. We make those videos for your convenience. Now we'll make video for every single fuse and every single relay guys, and we have more than 14,000 free repair videos on our YouTube channel. Check it out, they can save you thousands of dollars in future repairs. So guys, if your BMW 5 Series does not crank, does not start, what do we need to check? First we need to check some fuses. We will explain about more than 20 different fuses. Each one of those can cause the car not to crank, not to start. We're talking about immobilizer, ignition switch, injectors, guys, starters, engine computers, transmission, ABS, and traction control modules. All these things can cause it, and then we'll explain what else. But you have many hidden fuse boxes all over this car. We'll recommend to check out the video on our YouTube channel about fuse box location on BMW F10 F11. What you guys need to do, open the passenger door, and once you do that, you need to open your glove box. On the very back on the right side you have a cover. Remove that cover and underneath you'll find a fuse box with a layout like this one. Now guys, here, before we continue, let's explain quickly why it's always a good idea to test fuses and relays. So let us tell you guys why it's super important to test fuses and relays. Fuses guys sometimes are really hard to know if they're burnt or not. For instance, I'm going to pull one fuse here, okay, and sometimes you cannot clearly see if they're good, they're bad. And let's say you think you have a good fuse, you put it back in and you end up having problems again, and you spend time, money, you buy parts, diagnostics, you pay for services that you don't need guys. You practically wasted your money. So all you have to do, check your fuses, that way you don't waste money guys. So always test your fuses, even if you think it's good, always test it. It even happened to us guys, okay, and we work on cars all the time. Another thing, always test your relays. They're a little bit harder to test, but if you want to see guys how to test fuse relays, we will put a link in the description of the video below. But we've seen so many customers that think that they have a good fuse, they put it back in, they waste their money on parts and diagnostic that they practically guys do not need. So check out the link in the description of the video below how to test the fuse and how to test the relay as well. So guys, if you want to buy fuses, relays, parts, tools at a really good price, quick shipping as well guys, we're going to put a link in the description of the video below guys. Make sure you get some for peace of mind, and you can put some spare ones in the glove box. So first we need to check some fuses, because it could be super simple fix. Then we will explain what else we need to do. Coming in that row here, you need to check now fuse 1, 2, 3. That third fuse here will need to be checked guys. After that you will need to check guys fuse number 5, which is right next to it, fuse number 8 right here. You need to check fuse number 2 as well, okay, fuse number 2. Next you will guys need to check fuse number 63 and 64. It's these fuses underneath, so we're talking about this fuse here, 63 and 64. Check those guys. After that you need to come in that row on top here okay, and we need to check that's 36, 7, 8, 9, 40. Fuse number 40 is very important fuse, guys, right there. You will need to check. You need to also consider checking fuse number 10, okay, so that's fuse number 10, 13, check those, 20, we'll need to check fuse number 4, 26 we will need to check as well. That will be 23, 4, 5, 6, it will be right under the cable right here. Check that fuse, guys. We'll need to check fuse number 29, that last one here, 33, 35, right there. All these fuses, guys, will need to be checked. In addition, we need to check fuse number 22, that big fuse, very important fuse. Fuse number 38, so that will be this fuse here, that 40 amp fuse. And we need to also check fuse number 42, that one here. Fuse number after that will be 56, guys. So 56 will be in that row, it will be the very top fuse here. Then you need to come to the trunk, open the trunk, and on the right side you have that cover, just pull it, you have another fuse box. Here specifically we'll need to check fuse number 107, which is that first fuse right here. Check that one. Next we will need to check fuse number 169, and that will be the 169 right here. After that, check fuse number 184, it's that fuse right here. Fuel pump fuse, by the way, very important fuse. Then you need to check fuse 135, which will be that fuse here. We need to check fuse number 139, and that will be this fuse right there. Next, check fuse number 100, and some of you will have it, some not, but you may have fuse number 103, so that will be 101, 2, 3, you may have a fuse here. Check fuse number 136. 136 is this one here, and then lastly you need to, guys, check fuse number 186, which will be, okay, this fuse here. Now you think you're done, but you have a hidden fuse box that most people don't even know it exists. It's under the hood. Open the hood, remove that cover here. You will see some wires. This is a top view. And here that's integrated supply module, guys. Okay, that's a closer view right here. Now if something goes wrong with that thing, most people assume you have to replace it, and that's what BMW tells you, but actually we'll be making a video how to open it. Inside you have hidden fuses that are for engine management, starter and all that stuff. Those are some of the most important fuses in the car right here, guys. If one of those goes bad, your car may not start as well. So if your BMW does not crank, does not start, make sure that it recognizes the key, make sure that the immobilizer is good, make sure the engine starter is good, and those hidden fuses that we showed you under the hood, that's where most likely you need to check, guys, if you have a problem. If the starter fuse is out, it will not work as well, guys. Other things, you need to check the engine is not locked up, and check compression, guys, make sure that it's not locked up, timing chain didn't skip or anything like that. Yeah, in some cases you may need to check ground wires to make sure everything's good, but other than that, guys, okay, those are some of the most common things we'll check at the garage. If you still doesn't start, try to scan with an old BD reader and see if you have a code stored in it that will tell you what it is. Those are the most common things we see here at the garage. So you guys have all kinds of different fuses, relays, okay, in that car. So what we recommend, guys, okay, buy some spare fuses, relays, put them in the glove box for a peace of mind. One time we needed a replacement, we couldn't get one, okay, and we were stuck in the middle of nowhere. So always keep some spare fuses and relays in your glove box, guys. That way you don't end up being stuck in the middle of nowhere like it happened to us. Hopefully the video was helpful, guys. Thank you for watching and see you next time.